Lotus. No, not the famous Jalan Gasing Banana Leaf Rice Curry House, but the name that for many years has been synonymous with pushing the limits of automotive R&D and technology, thanks in part to the corporate DNA left behind by the great Colin Anthony Bruce Chapman. So, in conjunction with Lotus' return to Formula One, Proton, its owner, has launched a super limited edition special. The Satria Neo R3 Lotus Racing. It's a mouthful. 115,000 ringgit on the road. Whoa! For a Proton?
We're here today to test drive the Satria Neo R3 Lotus Racing. First question would be, why is the car so expensive? 115,000, for example. The car has been extensively developed with the Lotus philosophy. So the Lotus philosophy is lightweight, performance and handling. So these three areas has been the focus of the product which you're going to try to do. The products or the items we're using to achieve this is also the OEM suppliers to Lotus. So if you park a Lotus car like a Lotus Exige and our product side by side, you will see the resemblance in terms of the AP brakes. So we're using the same brake system, but of course adopted to the Satria Neo, which is a 4-point AP brake system. And we're using the Olins suspension, which is also OEM supplier to Lotus. The Olins suspension is specifically designed and developed for our Satria Neo. So a lot of work, R&D and all that you can actually go to Olins and ask them to buy a set of Satria Neo suspension, and they all come back with, sorry, we don't have it because it's not in their system for sale. So it's specifically developed for us. The suspension also is expensive because it's a dual valve system, so it's very different from your normal coilover systems which you buy in the market. We've also looked into weight reduction, especially on the front end of the car. So we did not compromise on NVH, so the car is still very enjoyable to drive for long distance driving. But we concentrated on reducing weight on the front end of the car, so hence the carbon fiber bonnet, the FRP fenders, and of course the FRP body kit.
So this is the Proton Satria Neo R3 Lotus Racing Edition. As you probably know, I am involved or was involved with R3, so this must be the pinnacle of achievement. There's a nice little starter button that you press. It's not red in color like some other cars, but it's a nice bezel aluminium finish, which gives it a very good quality feel. Okay, so I'm allowed out onto the high-speed test track. Here we go. The Neo R3 Lotus Racing has a claimed 145 horsepower. 145 horsepower from its CPS engine. Proton R3, the motorsports department of division, have changed the camshaft profile. See, the CPS works only on the intake camshaft. So what R3 have done is they've reprofiled the high lift section of the intake camshaft, as well as the whole exhaust part of the cam as well. So they have been able to get a claimed increase of 20 horsepower across the band, which is pretty darn good. AP racing brakes, 285mm discs on the front wheels, vented, you name it, 4-pot. Later on I'm going to get to test those brakes, shouldn't be any problem with those. Sorry. R3 have managed to reduce the weight by 50 kilograms thanks to a carbon fiber front bonnet and fiberglass front wings. Of course, the complete body kit is also from FRP. All these little nuances, this is what you call quality engineering when you try and do something properly. Now we've heard some gripes about the seats. Some people have asked, why aren't we seeing Recaros? Why are they only this almost standard seats but just have been retrimmed in Napa leather? Well, think about it. The market that this car is aimed at is completely different. But it is a very much performance hatchback, but not really for your boy racer. It's for hardcore enthusiasts, collectors who want something different. And the problem apparently, therefore, is that these people want airbags, and once you put airbags into a car, it goes through rigid homologation. So the height of the head, the seats, all the pivot points, all the impact points for the airbag are very specific and measured to meet. So to simply chuck in a Recaro seat and expect the airbag to function properly as it should was not really ideal, and therefore they were not able to do that. Okay, so here I am after the downpour, after the rain. It's a wet track, the Proton test track. This is what we call the brake testing section. We're going to see how quick this car is with its 145 horsepower. From behind the wheel so far, it feels really good. It's really strong. There's no more hold. They've done a really good job. Gonna have a lot of wheel spin. There's wheel spin there. Rev limit is increased to 7,000 plus 100. And brake. Jeez. In the wet, within the cones. Fantastic. A lot of feel provided by the APs. Okay, now I'm gonna try and get a feel for the hold-ins. Slalom tests these very, very well. Then we go around this section. Watch. Lift off. This is it. Okay, here I go. Now lift off. Slight correction. Very easy to manage.
So what is it, this Satria Neo R3 Lotus Racing? In a nutshell, it's brilliant, but it is beyond what the Proton brand can handle. Go figure that one.